This is The Real Hustle, Celebrity Scammers. In this series, the hustlers carry out scams that are bigger, tougher, and more devious than ever before. With the help of their celebrity friends, hustlers Alex, Jess, and Paul pull off the riskiest scams of all, long cons. Intricate webs of lies and deception designed to separate the unwary from their money. On tonight's show, singer Jonathan Ansell falls over himself to become a hustler.
You're right.
Paul is on cloud 9.
There are no numbers in this now.
And these people find out why you shouldn't always believe men in suits.
Oh my God, I trusted them.
All the people in this show have been hustled for real, and after being given their money back, they agreed the footage could be shown so that you could avoid falling for the same scams. The hustlers have invited celebrity friends to help them carry out their long cons. They'll be thrown in at the deep end. No training and no practice, just straight into the scam. This week's celebrity guest hustler is classically trained tenor and former member of pop opera boy band G4, Jonathan Ansell.
I haven't got a clue what to expect today. I am completely none the wiser to any of it. I've been told to come not like I'm normally dressed, so no suits for me today. I'm in my hoodie, chilled out, and I've got to mix into the background and we're gonna, see what happens.
Jonathan has been told to go to a London cafe and wait for someone to tell him what to do.
Excuse me, do you have the time?
Yeah, nearly 25 to 1.
All right, Alex is going to be here very soon. He's going to cast some people for a commercial. You're going to be one of the lucky ones. Just help him convince the others if he asks you.
Okay.
Don't overdo it.
Thank you.
With little information and even less time to prepare, Jonathan needs to get his act together for the audition. Jonathan's role is to help rope in some marks and persuade them to come to an acting audition Alex is holding later on. The con is on.
Hi, excuse me.
Hey.
Hi. Sorry to bother you. We're doing some open castings, some open auditions. It's for an advert for the States.
Right.
And we're doing a street casting, so we're picking people off the street.
Where is it?
It is. It's around the corner from here. Would you be free to come about 3 o'clock?
Guess so.
Yeah. It costs you nothing.
Sure.
If you just come, we put you on tape, and if you get the part, you can make a lot of money.
Brilliant.
That'd be all right. Have you done anything like that before? You haven't appeared in a sort of huge commercial or anything?
No.
No?
It'd be a nice break.
So Alex is a talent scout searching for ordinary-looking members of the public to star in a US TV commercial. Jonathan does his part by agreeing to come along to the audition.
Sorry to interrupt. We're doing a street casting for a commercial.
But will these potential marks be as keen?
Pulling people off the street to come and audition. Just put you on videotape, and along with this gentleman here as well. And if you get the part, you end up making a lot of money because it's for the United States. All right? I'll see you there as well.
Yeah, cheers.
Okay,
man.
brilliant.
All right, thanks.
All right.
They've obviously got that star quality Alex is looking for.
I get paid loads. It's like going to be loads of cash. So it's worth it, isn't it?
The marks are thrilled at their unexpected shot at fame and fortune. But Jonathan's job isn't over yet.
Hello, mates. Hello.
Yeah, hi.
Sorry to bother you.
The more the merrier for this scam.
Cheers, man. Thanks.
Excuse me, ladies. We're doing a street casting for a commercial for the States.
And once again, the bright lights of Hollywood are too tempting to resist.
Yeah? Thank you.
These marks also jump at the chance of a trip to America and that starring role in a commercial.
Guys, what time did he say later?
Jonathan takes the initiative and makes 100% sure the marks will turn up later.
Check it out. I'll see you guys later, hopefully, yeah? Have a good day.
So far, so good. The auditions are due to start shortly, so Jonathan joins Alex and Paul as they make their way to the hustle location. They're hoping the weather won't put off the marks. Jonathan's already in the waiting room.
Hello.
And there's Jess doing the meeting and greeting.
Alright guys. Yeah, thought I'd come down. How you doing? Alright, nice to see you again.
I'm gonna take a seat in a minute.
It's a good turnout. All the marks are here, along with some others who've responded to Alex's flyers.
Ben, are you ready to pop in?
Time to get those auditions underway.
Hi, Ben. Thanks for coming down. Have a seat. Now I'm going to be chatting to you, but I want you to talk straight into camera. So forget the fact that I'm here. You can hear me, but pretend I'm the camera. So I'm going to throw some stuff at you. Don't be embarrassed. You know, I might ask you to do some silly stuff. So just go for it. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. If I could ask you to stand up. You have a mid-size, please, Jess. That's the one. So if I ask you to walk on the spot.
To get the job, these guys need to demonstrate their acting skills.
You're very happy. Very, very happy. What am I going to have to eat tonight? Okay. Well, I'm going to have a nice hot soup when I get there, and that makes you feel very, very good.
Conveying these complex emotions is hard enough, without some workmen bumbling straight through the middle of the audition.
Can you knock next time, please, mate? Because we're in the middle of recording. I'm sorry about
Paul putting the ladder right there is just asking for someone to have an accident.
that. To open the fridge. There's no soup. Oh, what am I going to have for dinner? Now you remember your neighbour is having a roast dinner. When I clap my hands, I just want you to freeze, okay? Now, strike a very, very happy pose. Ready? That's great. Now, next time I want you to just strike a powerful pose. Ready? And... Okay. Great, Ben. I know that was a bit weird, but that's...
Alex is impressed with the awesome talent he's seen so far. But there's one more hopeful left in the waiting room.
Tim?
To make the scam seem believable, Jonathan also needs to audition.
Walk on the spot. So you're walking on the spot. You're walking down the street. Okay, and you're feeling very sad.
Not only that, the marks listening in the waiting room need to get the impression he's an acting virtuoso.
That's good. You're thinking, what am I going to have to eat? Good. Okay. Going to wait outside.
Guys, can we have you all in, please?
The waiting is over. All the hopefuls get called back into the room to be told who'll be the face of this big money campaign.
Thanks, everyone, for coming.
There are a few commercials happening, one of which is this one, the Yum Gums one, which is going to be the next big sort of product to hit the States. For this one, Tim, we know that we want to get you back on.
Alex and Jess have chosen Jonathan, or Tim as the marks know him, so it sounds like the others have wasted all that time and effort.
In fact, because I need you to come back in about half hour, 40 minutes, do you want to go off, do what you have to do?
Jonathan leaves triumphant, but this is his big moment. The whole scam rests on what happens when he walks through that door.
Thanks again. Yeah, I'll see you in about 45 minutes. Yeah.
Right, thanks very much.
So what I want you...
Because suddenly,
Oh my God. You're right. Hello? Oh, you're right. Did you trip over the ladder?
Hang on.
Oh my God, okay. Get in. Okay, oh. Do you want to take him out the back?
disaster. Star auditionee Jonathan looks like he's seriously injured. There's blood gushing from his head.
No, come on, no, take him in the back,
Jess will have to take him straight to casualty. One thing's for sure, he can't be in a toothpaste commercial with a big gash on his forehead.
Yeah, no, it's just...
Everyone is pretty shaken up, but with Jonathan out of the picture, that means everyone else is back in the running for the job.
He just must have gone over the ladder.
And that's exactly what the hustlers were planning. Before the audition started, Alex told Jonathan exactly what he had to do.
So Paul's going to bring this ladder in. Right, this is going to be left open like that. And inside there is sponge. It's got lots of stage blood. Ready?
It was down to him to use the blood-soaked sponge and cause a mighty racket at exactly the right moment.
Thanks very much.
So what I want you... What You're right. Hello? Let me have a look.
There was no doubt there'd been a health and safety catastrophe.
Guys, I must ask you, do watch your step on the way out, because there's a little bit of blood on the floor. That idiotic builder, what I'm going to have to do is, I'm going to ask you guys to come back and see the producer, because you're all good for this commercial, and if he decides you get the job, you've got it, and we'll have to let you know by today, because it shoots very quickly.
Alex arranges for the remaining auditionees to come back later and meet the commercial's producer. Somebody in this room will get very lucky later on today, but it won't be any of the marks.
I'm extremely happy with what I've seen. It's up to you if you want to take it.
When hustlers go out, they don't bring money. They go armed with prop bets.
Right.
But a prop bet only has one rule.
Do you give up?
And that's that the hustler always wins.
Drinks, please. Thank you.
Let's see, we need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Plus 5. Get rid of these. So with 6 here, plus 5, you've got to make 9. You've got to use all the matches. 6 plus 5 is? Look at that, benefits of an education.
I was looking at that.
Yeah, you were like,
I run out of fingers.
yeah.
So to get out of buying Paul a drink, his new friends have to add 5 matches to 6 and make 9. Something doesn't add up.
Yeah.
I know.
You know this one.
No, I know. Can we put them on top of each other like this?
Well, then there'd still be 2 there, though. Are you gonna make a number 9 here? Yeah. The guy did that before, right? There are no numbers in this. No. No.
Well, we could just take them away.
So they've all got to be in place. See, I make the rules, so just.
I don't.
It's a toughie. All right, shall I show you?
Yeah.
Remember what I said, you've got 6 matches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you've got 5 more and you have to make 9.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to make a number 9. It's a good guess there.
Trying to be a bit clever, yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't say anything about letters, did I? N. I. I think you'll find that. L.
Very good.
How's that? That definitely makes 9.
Very clever.
Once you know how, it's easy. Paul just spells out the word 9 using all 11 matches in the process.
All right, now we did say that was for a bottle.
It has to run out of the cash point. Yeah.
Why don't you give me the card and the PIN number? I'll go out to the cash point.
Another day, another suburban neighbourhood that's getting a little visit from the hustlers. But the residents should be on their guard, because they're about to become the target of the Telecoms Con.
Hello there, is that Mr. Khan? Hi there, good afternoon. We're from the Fraud Protection Office. We're from the Fraud Protection Office.
Well, they certainly know a thing or two about fraud.
Nothing to be worried about, nothing to be alarmed about. I'm here with my colleague. It seems that one of the major stores around here has been compromised. Their systems have been compromised.
Credit cards have been harvested. People have been collecting credit card information. If you use your credit card in one of the local stores,
Yeah, I do.
they've basically
Right.
found that a great number of credit cards have been found on a terminal that one of the employees has.
It sounds like there's been a spate of credit card fraud in the area. And apparently, these residents have their names on a list of possible victims.
Well, they've given us your name and a lot of your neighbours as well. So All they want you to do is they're just requiring people to make sure that they're not on the register that they've collected.
What we're trying to prevent is people's details coming out and being on sale on the internet.
The marks are obviously concerned about criminals running up debt in their name.
If you could give them a quick call.
The hustlers advise them to make a phone call and check their card details are secure.
Would you be able to give them a call as soon as possible, even if you do it before the end? Because the longer you leave it, the more your credit card is at risk.
Don't worry about charges or anything. So long as you register, you won't be liable for anything that has been taken off of your card. But it's important that you register. And they'll let you know that whether or not you're in any risk. Thank you very
Have a
much.
good evening.
The residents are all grateful for the tip-off. So where's the catch? Why are the hustlers handing out all this helpful advice? Because when they told them to make the phone call, they helpfully gave them a number of a credit card task force set up to handle this spate of fraud.
What we'd like you to do is just call the number.
But that number is a direct line to losing all their money. Because it goes straight through to Jess. She's been in the hustle van the whole time, waiting for her phone to start ringing. She's even brought along call centre sound effects to add that final touch of authenticity. It's not long before the worried marks hit the phones, wanting to check their cards and put their minds at rest.
The credit card hotline.
Hi, good evening.
The callers have no idea that they're speaking to one of the hustlers sitting in a van at the end of their road.
I have several cards.
Several cards. Okay, no problem. I can want to check on all of those for you.
Jess is happy to check as many cards as this caller can lay her hands on.
Can I just please take your full name and date of birth? Okay, can I please take the long digit number of the first card, the one on the front? Lovely.
And expiry date is...
Finally, can I have the 3-digit security number on the back of your card, please?
Yeah,
It's as easy as that. What started out as a safety tip from 2 protection officers has turned into a seriously bad day for these marks. We told them they'd just given their credit card details to hustlers.
They got all my details. 2 card details I gave to them because I trusted them. I actually thought, oh my God, I trusted them.
I looked at their badges first, but then I went in and I called the number quickly because it was going to close, and I went through 4 of my cards.
I feel so stupid. Oh my God, I usually wouldn't. Oh my God.
The hustlers got hold of this sensitive information by setting up a fake credit card hotline. But they were actually trying to demonstrate a massive security risk. Criminals can listen to certain phone calls, even if you're calling your own bank.
Now, the way we've done this scam is we've obviously conned someone to calling us so we can get their details. But there is a way of monitoring calls without people's knowledge and completely from the outside. And it uses digital cordless phones, the type all of us use in this country. It works like this. You have a PC with a special card that's been designed to monitor the air looking for conversations between this type of technology. Now, when it spots it, it adds it to the list. And as you can see, we've got quite a lot here. In fact, we've got hundreds. Now, we can't actually listen into these conversations because it's so illegal, we would be breaking the law and would be liable to arrest. But if we were willing to listen to them, what we would do is simply save it as a WAV file, a sound file on the disk, and listen to it later. What we could also do is set the computer to actually monitor certain numbers. Once we've got the ID code for the base station, we can simply monitor every call that they make, whether it's to the bank or a private call between 2 people.
If you do have to make a phone call to your bank or any other organization that requires you to pass on sensitive information, then try and avoid using a digital cordless phone. Use a phone that's plugged directly into a wall socket. That way you and your money can stay safe.
Earlier today, singer Jonathan Ansell helped the hustlers persuade some marks to come to a commercial audition. They gave it their all, performing for director Alex. But Jonathan was ultimately chosen for the high-paying role. Until an unfortunate accident involving a ladder put an end to his acting career and meant all the marks were back in the running for this dream job in The Audition Part 2. It's a couple of hours later, and the remaining hopefuls are back for the recall auditions. First up is Ben, who gets his chance to meet the big boss, producer Paul.
Hi, Ben. Thanks for coming back. This is Rob. Ben, Rob, Ben.
Oh, nice to meet you. Go ahead.
So you just stand on the X spot.
So, I don't know how much you know about what's happened with us. We had somebody perfect earlier, and there was an accident.
Yeah.
Right,
He's had about
okay.
7 stitches, but he's fine. That idiot of a builder that we had left there.
I'm very keen to see what you can do. Why don't you let Ian walk you through the scene? You know, try not to be conscious of the camera. Give it your best.
Alex talks Ben through the storyboard for the commercial. It's for Yum Gums, the world's first edible toothpaste.
Okay, so put the pillow back on the chair and we'll do it from the top.
Time for Ben to show just what he's made of.
And ring, 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 ring. Bit of yawning, bit of stretching. Good, you're a bachelor, you don't care. Pull the, yeah, that's it. Go to the kitchen first. Perfect. God, I'm really gotta eat. Well, I gotta go brush my teeth now and get ready for work. And go to the mirror. There's the realization that, hang on a minute, I can just eat that. That's perfect.
Very good.
Go and finish off the tube. You like it so much. Brilliant. And now the walk. Give us the walk to camera. Yes. Brilliant. Brilliant. That's very good. Very, very good.
There's no doubt in Paul's mind. This is the acting talent he's looking for.
So, what we're looking for is we're looking for someone to come out for 1 week to 2 weeks in January. The whole thing would be done in LA. We would pay you an engagement fee just to engage your services of around £2,000. We would then pay you, the fee is $50,000, less the £2,000. There are also residual fees on the back end of that as the commercial is used around the world. So you could be looking at making a fair-sized amount of money.
Paul is offering him a once-in-a-lifetime job that'll earn him a minimum of $50,000. Now to just sort out the formalities.
When does your US visa expire?
I'm not too sure about that.
Do you have a US visa?
No.
Have you ever worked in the US?
Nothing like that.
And there's the catch. In order to film the commercial in LA, the Mark needs a US work visa. For the second time today, that dream job could be snatched out of his hands.
Right, I'm probably going to need to speak to Johnny about this.
Yeah, I can get him on... he's in the office in LA, isn't he?
They call up their British company lawyer in LA. Maybe there's some way round this deal breaker of a problem.
Our company
Johnny.
has... Hello? Can I see him up here, please?
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm good.
Good.
But that's no lawyer, and he's not in LA. It's Jonathan, ready to play his final and most important role in this scam. If he gets recognised as a fellow auditionee, the scam is over.
As you know, we had a bit of a disaster today. We've got that kid who hurt himself.
Yes.
We have another candidate who definitely has the look that they're looking for, but we just found out he does not have a US visa. How do we get the visa in time for this shoot in January?
Well, there are forms to be filled out. We need to ensure he has a valid passport, and then there are fees involved. I think £500 for the visa itself and all of the documentation.
So the Mark could still get his dream gig if an emergency visa can be sorted out straight away.
I don't want Ben to be out of pocket. Can we cover those fees straight away from him?
Of course, yes. The only issue is we need to have the money wired from his account to make it a valid visa application. Otherwise, there's all sorts of issues with fraudulency. But we'll pay him directly back for all of the admin costs.
The bad news is he has to cough up £500 of the processing fee. But the good news is that he'll get that money straight back, in addition to a £2,000 advance.
Okay, so if I give Ben the forms, he takes them home, and then I send a courier round tomorrow morning, will that do?
As long as we have the money in movement for transfer straight away.
Ben, are you serious about this?
Yeah, I'm very serious about it.
How would you pay?
Well, I'd have to see my friend really, but cash.
All right, let's do that.
Producer Paul gives him and his mate as long as they need to get the money together. To put the pressure on further, Paul has a cheque for £2,500. All he needs now is that cash in return. How can he refuse?
So, you know, I'm making the offer to you now. It's up to you if you want to take it. I think you should. This is exactly, you know, when you write your biography, this is the story you're going to tell, so it's...
The Mark wants the job.
Well, I'll just hand this over and then...
He gives Alex £500 and receives the visa forms and a cheque for $2.5 grand.
If I could ask you guys, on your way out, don't mention anything about getting the part, because I need to audition them anyway, just as a courtesy.
Yeah, they've been waiting.
They've been waiting.
Great. Ben, a real pleasure.
No wonder the hustlers asked him to be discreet on his way out, because they pulled the exact same scam on others left in the waiting room.
I'm extremely happy with what I've seen.
They all did their best in the audition, and amazingly, all got offered the job.
Yeah, brilliant. Good.
Perfect. Can you hear me, Jonathan?
Yes.
For some Marks, it was all moving too fast, and they didn't go for it.
I'm sorry you've made the wrong choice. It was very, very nice to meet you.
But some of the others were happy to hand over the considerable visa fee
Great, OK.
in return for a fake cheque and the promise of fame and fortune.
Really nice to meet you. I'm so happy we found you today.
A guy came up to us, invited us for a casting here today, and I got the part.
I had to hand over a £500 fee. That's for the passport documentation and give me a cheque to say, like, to give me money back, and obviously the £2,000 in advance.
For the visa, it's £500, and I gave them my card details to take that off.
But they did all get a cheque.
Books all bold and all that.
Documentation.
Yeah.
Can you see it? Wait. It's a little fake. No, he's got his... Oh my God. It does look a bit funny though.
It was 500 quid cash, so to anyone else it might be little, but to us it's a lot of money sort of thing. So losing that is just a big kick in the teeth, isn't it?
So how did Jonathan feel about shattering people's dreams?
It was a real weird thing when the money was handed over by the two guys, and he literally handed over £500 cash. And you're sat there knowing that this is complete lie. You could have hundreds of people coming through in a few days and do the same con on them. And yeah, shocking that that could actually happen to people and that they believed it.
This is a very common scam that preys on actors, musicians or models. You're asked to go to a free audition and then told that you're in the running for a huge commercial or a modelling contract. And then comes a request for money, whether it's agency fees or modelling portfolio costs, or in this case, a foreign work visa.
A genuine casting agency may well approach an individual in the street if they've got the right look about them, but the difference in the process will be that they will never ask you for money. If somebody asks you for money, in those circumstances, just walk away, phone the police. It's a con.
Next Friday at 10:30, we've got a double of Real Hustle. Next tonight, though, a raffle ticket over 20 years old gives Peter a very, strange prize. The Family Guy double plays next.